Oh hi, this is Olof. I have put my diary up on the YouTube so far with mostly onboard cameras and no commentaries. I have described somewhat what modifications I've done to my Bixler, but I think it's time to show you what I have done. And we could start with, I'm totally noob. This is my first airplane. I've been flying 6-channel helicopters before, but planes are an entirely different thing, especially when it comes to modifications. You really can wing it and hope for the best. And most of my modifications are inspired by the web or just thought of my own. And here is my Bixler. Main modifications I have done, that's not shown right now. The main spar is changed for a 6mm aluminum tube instead, and also I have placed about 20 centimeters of aluminum tube there and there to increase the stiffness of the main wing. To further increase the stiffness, I have placed carbon fiber rods, 2mm carbon fiber rods, which cut a track in the wing, glued it down and put a strip of tape over it so it's nice and smooth. Also on the side, along the push rod, I placed another carbon fiber tube. Along the entire beneath here are 2 carbon fiber rods. This makes a really stiff fuselage. I accidentally broke the rear wing, so this is more after construction, and unfortunately it's not down into the wing, it's just glued upon and taped. To secure the wings, I have put these horns with glue and screw actually, and carved a small hole through the fuselage and rubber bandits on both the lower side and the top side there. Usually I have my onboard camera right down there, just pushed down there, but today I wanted to film the flexibility of the wing, so I just taped it there, the camera. Increased the size of the propeller to a 6x4, I think it is. Gives a lot more thrust. Also increased the size of the rudder by taking 2 pieces of plastic from a plastic box, glued it together and stuck it there. Works really well. See here also all the control surfaces are hinged. I cut it loose and hinged it for it to move more easily. See here, and the last crash I think was due to a ESC overheating, so I cut a hole in the body there, and to have a bit more cooling on the ESC that's placed there. It's a 30 amp birdie from hobbyking.com, and down here we can see my gyros, one for the ailerons and one for the elevator. I think that's mostly it, and all the tape on the nose, it's from the last crash. I had to make it a bit more rigid. I put another carbon rod here and taped it over, basically because the nose was entirely smashed. So now it weighs a bit more than it ought to, and I moved the center of gravity about 1 centimeter forward, which I don't like, but I will try that today and see how it flies. Oh, the wing modifications. First of all, I noticed after a few rough landings that the wing wiggled around a bit, like that. Was the foam here been pushed in, as well as on the fuselage there and there. To compensate for this, I just took double-sided tape and let the glue protection stay there, so it's nice and firm and has a tight fit again. And the spars for having a more rigid construction, 6mm aluminum tubing, as well as I drilled up a couple of holes on each side to add this aluminum tube, and it's really firm and a bit flexy. If you bend it a bit, it flexes back, so it's quite perfect actually. Well, there you go. With the heat emission problem from the ESC, I think I found what the issue was. It was covered by this metallic plate and a heat transferring pad of really crappy quality, I think. And this was glued on the circuit components. And when I was fiddling around with the ESC, I noticed that it was loose. The heat conductive glue had simply let go. So what I did was to remove the metallic plates altogether and add a couple of heat fins with heat admissive or heat conductive double-sided tape pre-attached on them. This is from some graphic cards upgrade thingy. I'm basically a computer geek, so I'll have a lot of heat sinks and stuff laying around the house. I think this will do the trick, together with an increased hole from the air intake on the front side here. So that should do the trick.